at 7 p.m. on January 16th, 2024. Please stand and join with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call. Supervisor Evans,
Here.
Councilman Malone,
Present.
Councilman Perticone,
Here.
Councilman Weiner,
Here.
Attorney for the town.
Here.
Thank you.
It is my distinct honor to serve the town of Irondequoit as its supervisor. I promised I would take you along every step of the journey and inform you honestly. I moved to Rochester about 30 years ago and decided to make Irondequoit my home with my wife. We chose Irondequoit because I saw a great community, one of promise and hope. I am happy to say that others have discovered how amazing Irondequoit is. In a national survey, Realtor.com ranked Irondequoit number 1 in the nation for people to buy their first homes. They recognize the growing number of young families, the affordability of our homes, and the ever-growing restaurant and business scene that we all treasure so dearly. Irondequoit is a great place to live and raise a family. I don't have to tell you that, but I think we can take this town even further. We have some of the best officers protecting us in the Irondequoit Police Department, and I strongly encourage folks of all backgrounds to get involved and see if a career in law enforcement is for you. We have numerous boards that contribute to our town's government, whether that's focusing on conservation, historical preservation, zoning, and planning, and even deer management. I want to strongly encourage people to get involved and have a say in these decisions. My goal is to one day have an equal gender representation on all boards. So please send in your resumes, contact me, and get involved. I also want to highlight a new board that is revamping itself, our Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Committee. Our DI coordinator will be leading monthly meetings on the third Thursday of every month at 6 p.m. The goal of these meetings is to identify how we can improve and make the town more welcoming for all residents and visitors. We encourage people of all ages, ethnicities, religion, and sexual orientation to join us. The first meeting will be held on February 15th here in the Broderick Room. What I want the community to know is that our government works for you. We are here to help and make this town one in a lifetime. Now we'll go into public input. Each speaker will be given 3 minutes to speak. During this time period, the board does not make comment. And we have people signed up. The magic board. The first person is Mark Hollow. Please stop and give your address and your name.
Hi, my name is Mark Haldo. I live at 39 Schnackle Drive on Irondequoit Bay. It's funny you just said that about the houses and first-time home buyers here. My thing is against short-term rentals, and I just went on Airbnb today, and from the river to the Irondequoit Bay and from 104 to the lake, there are 105 Airbnbs listed on there. Plus there's some that are off for the winter that they're not renting because it's too hard to rent in the winter. But right there's 105 houses that could have been sold to first-time home buyers that are now Airbnbs and property rentals. There's another 16 on Verbo that are just on Irondequoit Bay and 23 on Airbnb that are Irondequoit Bay. There are none on the other side, which is Webster and Penfield. There are no Airbnbs or Verbos on that side of Irondequoit Bay. the people that are for short-term rentals, their biggest thing is people coming here for, to go to restaurants and things like that. They're staying here. They're going to restaurants, spending money here. Everybody that has stayed at the one next to me, they're all here for family functions already, which they would be here no matter what. They'd stay at a hotel no matter what. It was here for a wedding, funerals, whatever else. If there was no Airbnbs, they would still stay here. They would stay close to their families that live in Arundequoit and be going to hotels or motels, instead. Again, all these houses being sold, the stock of homes for home buyers to buy are dwindling. They're getting outbid by, other people that want them for Airbnbs or corporations. Local people just aren't going to be able to buy, homes here anymore. They're just going to be all pretty much short-term rentals. And then I don't understand why the town even wants to put the burden on the neighborhoods, the neighbors, because we are going to have to turn in, if you make any codes, we're going to be the ones that have to turn in the Airbnb to the code department. Now, the code department is going to have to go out and figure out what code is wrong, go out there and talk to them, and or the police department. We're adding more problems to the police department by allowing these Airbnbs, and I just don't understand why we would want to go through all that. If we just limit it to 28 days, stays, if there are some good Airbnbs, I guarantee you that people will still do them. And if your neighbors are okay with it, no one's going to turn you in. But no matter what code you put in, there's no way a homeowner like myself is going to be able to stop the one that's right next to me to stop it from being there. Thank you.
Thanks very much. Glenna Chance.
Hi, Glenna Chance, 85 Andrea Lane. Speaking as usual on smart meters in the interest of furthering the town of Arundequoit, as the new supervisor just said. Humans are electrochemical beings. Normal, natural, healthy electrical transmission allows your brain to think, your lungs to breathe, your gastrointestinal system to digest, your muscles to move, and your heart to pump. You have no life without these processes. Microwave radiation exposure disrupts and disables electrical transmission in every body system. That is fact. Unrelenting smart meter radiation exposure does not deviate from physics and its effects. There is no scientific study proving these meters safe. Will you base your health on the science of physics and biology or on profit-driven marketing propaganda masquerading as information? Marketing propaganda is carefully calculated and crafted by those who employ and profit from it. In this case, the general public, you, the customer, understands the electric meter to be the familiar and safe recorder it has always been. The smart meter is completely different. It uses proven, dangerous technology to transmit your private data and usurp control over your household. Calling this dangerous unit a meter, then, doesn't alarm the public, who thinks of a meter in the traditional definition. Clever marketing. If you allow 24-hour-a-day radiation assault, what do you expect your quality of life to be? You can't poison your way to health. If you already have the meter and have noticed physical changes, report them immediately to the Monroe County Health Department, which has a responsibility to monitor public health trends and emergencies. Do not disregard your innate sense of self-preservation. Science supports the changes you experience. The $11.56 penalty fee for rejecting the microwave meter will be eliminated eventually for legal reasons. But until then, isn't your very life, and aren't the lives of your children, pets, wildlife, trees, and gardens worth $11.56 a month? You can always mitigate your physical and property damage after the fact, but it will cost you. Prevention versus repair has always been the best policy. Just say no. Thank you.
Thank you. Marcia Enright.
you.
My name is Marcia Enright. I live at 75 Clay Avenue. I've been in here for the past 6 months, speaking on short-term rentals. I have made Mr. Evans, previous to this, with paperwork, everything I have presented in the past. For the past 6 months, I've been here giving you facts on short-term rental issue. Hopefully you read them and done your own investigation on them to be sure I'm not giving you information from TikTok. Everything I have given you has taken hours and phone calls and emails digging for facts. Last Friday night on the 5 o'clock news, I realized what a community and a neighborhood really means to people that live there. One of your residents was deployed for 1 whole year. Never saw his little girl from the day she was born until last Friday when he returned. His neighbors found out he was deployed, and all the time he was gone helped out with the wife and the children. His neighbor made sure that he received a welcome home last Friday. Met him at the airport, and that man's name was Mr. Ed Leo, who is also a resident of this area. This is a community. This is a neighborhood. It can't stay a home for life without it. Again, I tell you, things change in the world. But the way people feel about their homes and families is never going to change. Peace and domestic tranquility will not ever include short rentals. I ask you to please pay attention to page 2 that appeared in the Daily Record. What a horrible litigation throughout the country this is becoming, that the New York State Bar Association is having a special meeting next week in New York City about the issue. Thank you.
Thank you. Terry Carter.
Terry Carter, 99 Oak Ridge Drive. My purpose in speaking is to offer input on the proposed zoning changes to the former church building on Colebrook Drive. I believe that Oak Ridge Drive, where I live, is a premier R1 residential neighborhood. The residential area on Colebrook and the surrounding streets is also, I feel, another premier R1 neighborhood. If I looked out of the windows of my house or from my front or backyard at a multi-story apartment building, my house would be worth less. The fundamental nature of my neighborhood would have changed from R1 single-family residential to mixed-use area. The requested rezoning use variance on Colebrook Drive would change the surrounding area to mixed use, and property values could, I believe, fall potentially significantly. These are the basics of real estate. Why was the R1 to R5 rezoning dropped and changed to a use variance? Was it because R1 to R5 met criteria that raised legal concerns? I am not an attorney and cannot answer that question, but the town attorney should review the original R1 to R5 application. If the proposed use variance accomplishes the same purpose, can it be challenged legally too? The town attorney needs to answer that question. Of even more concern is that with a variance that allows an R1 property to be used for multiple family dwelling and mixed-use commercial, we are opening the Pandora's box of real estate. Using the proposed variance as a precedent, any owner of an R1 property can apply for the same mixed-use changes. We could see various commercial developments of undefined nature anywhere in R1 districts. My next-door neighbor, your next-door neighbor. I believe the supervisor and the town board need to review what is happening with the situation on Colebrook Drive. The potential for this use variance to desecrate any of the premier R1 neighborhoods the town is blessed with needs to be carefully considered. Thank you for your time and attention. Good night.
Thank you. Ed Laughlin.
Good evening. My name is Ed Laughlin. I live at 197 Willowin Drive in Arundecoit. First of all, Andre Evans, Supervisor, congratulations on your new position here. I pray for the whole committee this 20 and 24.
Thank you.
I've spoke to you about the STAR program. As a retiree, a person with many stitches, it's becoming very difficult to make ends meet along with other retirees that live in Arundecoit or in the state. In 2015, unbeknownst to me, when I bought my property, there was a change to the floor mat of the law stating if you bought a property, the STAR program would go into effect. You would get a rebate check. I want to do a little math. I'm not the brightest with math, but I'm going to give it a little try. 1 million people times 60 cents is $60,000 for mailing for the STAR program checks. Our country, our state, right now is a financial shortfall. I'm a labor leader for 50 years. I understand printing a check, what the cost of that. I want jobs. But to print a check and put it in the mail where it could be lost or stolen puts me at odds. The bigger thing is the burden that it puts upon me is that I'm almost paying double for taxes and it stays there waiting for a rebate check to come in the mail. How does that make any sense in a world that I pay my bills on time, but we implement something in 2015, but there's no oversight to understand what effect it has on the tax people? Probably my understanding is that the largest group of retirees sits here in Arundecoit. I want to move to what was said earlier. When I moved, there were 5 zombie homes in the Arundecoit area. Along with those zombie homes was 2 homes that were rental properties that the police would come often, nightly, daily, because of the people living there, that they were doing things that weren't in a mind of a neighborhood area. I pray that all of you take up pens and papers. I have talked to Summer Broke. I've talked to Sarah Clark. I've talked to you, sir. I've talked to Howard Mafucci. I've talked to my legislature, Mr. Long, and all of those could understand the STAR program needs to change immediately. Starting in 2024, anybody hearing my voice, I hope you call your Senate, your Assembly person, and everybody at this town hall, because it starts here with the community. To build a community's understanding is that I need to know what my taxes are, pay that bill, and move on. I have no more income. I'm at a point in my life where I can't go back to work, or I could go back to work, but with the amount of stitches, not recommended. I thank you for your time, your consideration, and Godspeed be all with you in 2024 for your hard work and dedication to make our community best in class. Thank you.
Thanks very much. Does anyone else want to address the board? For those who are not signed up, does anyone else want to address the board? Seeing none, public input is now closed, and we'll move to our financial report.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. In this report, I am presenting a preliminary look at the 2023 financial results for the town as of December 31st. The 2023 financial records will not close until the end of February to allow for receipt and processing of outstanding commitments and to account for and properly record the remaining revenue that is owed to the town. Again, during the February and March town board meetings, I will present the most current 2023 preliminary results along with the respective 2024 monthly financial reports. The town's auditors from Bonadeo Group will present highlights of the audited 2023 financial statements and audit report following the annual audit. The 2023 financial results as of December 31st. 100% of the year has elapsed, and the town's total expenses are on par at 100.5%, or a sum of $43,680,000. Encumbrances are $1,549,000, and actual expenses total $42,131,000. The actual expenses alone equate to 96.9% of budget. Encumbrances remain for services, supplies, and commodities committed to in 2023. The general fund expenses are 98.9%, or $27,168,000. The actual expenditures are 96.4% of budget, or $26,484,000, while 2.5% is due to encumbrances of $684,000. Included in the general fund encumbrances are police vehicles, services related to the school safety grant, legal fees, and other contracted services. Overall, the expenses in the highway funds are 111.9% of budget, a total of approximately $7,318,000. The costs in these funds result from considerable expenses and encumbrances for salt, gas, and paving as anticipated. The excess expenditures result from additional paving costs, which will be reimbursed with the rollover of CHIPS funding. The library expenditures are 99.2% of budget, a preliminary total of $2,772,000. Expenses in the sewer fund of $4,136,000 are below budget at 94.2%. Actual expenditures are $3,752,000, or 85.5%, and encumbrances of $384,000 remain. The stormwater drainage expenses are approximately 99.4% of budget at $936,000. Regarding the entire town, revenue and appropriated fund balance of $42,146,000, or 99.6%, has been documented to date. The general fund has received revenue of $26,193,000, or 99.2% of budget. Real estate tax of $12,007,000 has been collected. The town has recorded 8 months of sales tax revenue in the amount of $4,754,000, or 83.4% of budget. The AIM-related payment of $613,000 has been received. Some additional sources of revenue to be recorded include 6 months of franchise fees, 4 months of sales tax, and mortgage taxes. At month end, the library has confirmed $2,818,000 of revenue, 100.8%. 102.7%, or $6,706,000 of revenue has been recorded by the highway funds. 99.4% of the sewer fund revenue of $4,335,000 has been verified. Stormwater drainage has received 99.4% of its budgeted revenue at $883,000. In addition, American Rescue Funds of $22,455,000 have been received. The use of this funding is restricted for the response to and relief of COVID-19 and can be used to cover costs incurred through December 31st, 2024. To date, approximately $21,600,000 has been allocated to projects. This concludes the first preliminary financial report for December 2023.
Thank you, Madam Controller. Any questions or comments on the financial report? Hearing none, I take a motion to accept the financial report.
Move.
Second.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The financial report is accepted. Madam Clerk, we have some minutes.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Supervisor. The first set of minutes is December 12th, 2023. That would be the workshop meeting.
Motion to approve.
Moved.
Second.
Second.
Any questions, comments, or revisions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The minutes are approved.
The next set is December 19th, 2023, and that's the regular town board meeting.
Motion to approve.
Motion.
Second.
Second.
Any questions, comments, or revisions?
I've none.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The minutes are approved.
And the next is December 29th, 2023, and that was the special town board meeting.
Motion to approve?
Moved.
Second?
Second.
Any questions, comments, or revisions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The minutes are approved.
We'll move on to the items for board action. Item number 1, authorizing the appointment of a tree trimmer.
Jason or Aaron?
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. The resolution before you would be to hire a tree trimmer. Commissioner McGee has expressed a need to fill this position, so we did post it according to the CSEA guidelines. We accepted applications for the assigned period, and she has selected Cameron Gadomski to fill this position.
Motion,
Come on.
good. Aaron?
Oh, sorry, I just want to say a few words.
So,
if we
Madam
can.
DPW, sorry.
No problem. Just wanted to say, yes, we did interview. We had, Cam has been a long-standing DPW dedicated employee. He found his niche in trees over the last 7 years, and he is looking forward, we're very much looking forward to his expanded role within DPW to, further service our urban tree canopy in the future. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Motion to adopt?
Moved.
Can I have a second?
Second. Too many doubles.
Any additional discussion? With that, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The resolution is adopted. Madam
Cam,
Clerk,
I'm
next
sorry.
item.
Supervisor Cam is here tonight.
I'm sorry, is Cam here tonight? Thanks. Thank you very much for your service.
Item number 2, authorizing the appointment of a motor equipment operator.
Motion to adopt.
Moved.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Can I get an explanation?
Thank you. This is another vacancy within the Department of Public Works. This is a non-competitive position of motor equipment operator. Similarly, once we were faced with the vacancy and asked to fill it, we posted it according to the CSEA guidelines, opened it up to the public as well as a promotional opportunity. And the interview committee selected Michael Crisolo to fill this position.
Any questions or comments? With that, all in favor say aye.
Aye. Aye.
All opposed? The resolution is adopted. Is Michael here today?
He is.
Thank you again for your service. Madam Clerk?
Item number 3, authorizing the reappointment of bingo inspector.
Motion to adopt.
Motion.
Can I have a second?
Second.
Can I get an explanation? Either Jason or Barb?
The town clerk's office is responsible for the licenses for the bingo games, and it's required to have an inspector to go in and make sure the games are run properly. Joe Lombardo has been with us since 2018. He approached us to do this position, and he's very good at what he does, and he enjoys it. So I highly recommend him for the job.
Any questions or comments? With that, all in favor say aye.
Aye. Aye.
All opposed? The resolution is adopted. Is Joe here tonight?
No, I didn't see him. No.
Okay, Madam Clerk?
Item number 4, authorizing the appointment of secretary to the town supervisor for the town of Arundequoit.
Jason?
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. This position is a budgeted position within the 2024 budget. It is currently vacant. I believe this position serves at the pleasure of the supervisor, and it is exempt for civil service purposes. The name of the candidate is Samantha McManus.
Any questions, or actually I have one comment. This person also comes with a degree in communications, which we don't have as a town. So they'll also be doubling up, helping out with communications, social media, and that to help our town keep moving. So they'll be serving one authorized purpose and one purpose to fill that niche that we don't have. Okay, with that,
We need a motion.
we need a motion. With that, all in favor say aye. I'm sorry. Can we have a motion to adopt?
Motion.
Can I have a second?
Second.
With that, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The resolution is adopted. Madam Clerk? Samantha's not here tonight. Thanks.
Item number 5, authorizing capital lease financing of one plow truck for the Bureau of Public Works, and that resolution has been pulled. Item number 6, authorizing the supervisor to appoint seasonal, on-call, part-time, and temporary staff for the year 2024 for the town of Arundequoit.
Motion to adopt.
Moved.
Can I have a second?
Second.
Can I get an explanation, Jason?
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. I think the title of the resolution speaks for itself, but the purpose of this is to cut down on the appointment, the length of the time between a vacancy and an appointment for seasonal, part-time, on-call type positions. We would still bring forth resolutions like we did this evening for the permanent, full-time vacancies within the town.
Any questions or comments? All in favor say aye.
Aye. Aye.
All opposed? The resolution is adopted.
Item number 7, authorizing tuition reimbursement for an employee.
Motion to adopt.
Move.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Can I get an explanation, Chief Peters or Jason?
There you go. Yes, sir. This is for one of my captains to actually go back and finish their bachelor's degree. They have 36 hours left to finish their degree, and it's for business management and quite appropriate for the level and the position that she's at right now. So,
Any questions or comments? With that, all in favor say aye.
Aye. Aye.
All opposed? The resolution is adopted.
Item number 8, authorizing the purchase of a top-load washing machine for animal control.
Motion to adopt.
Moved.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Can I have an explanation, Chief Peters?
yes, sir. This washing machine is used extensively, multiple times a day. Keep all the bedding clean for all the animals that are brought in. And after quite a few years, the one that we have now is beyond repair. Actually, repair costs more than actual new washing machine, so it's essential use for every day.
Any questions or comments? With that, all in favor say aye.
Aye. Aye.
All opposed? The resolution is adopted.
Item number 9, authorizing 2 officers to attend Take Hops North NYTOA Tactical Training Conference in Verona, New York.
Motion to adopt.
Move.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Could I have an explanation, Chief Peters?
Yes, sir. This is for the TAC Ops NYTOA Trade Conference, Conference and Training. It's going to be in Verona, New York, and it's actually the officers will be there for a week. They will be able to get several certifications for the price of a fraction of what it would cost to send them to one class. So they'll be hands-on classes every day, updates for legal updates, ethical updates, and also any of the certifications that we need to keep our officers up to date for their training, bring it back to the department.
Thank you. Any questions or comments? With that, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The resolution is adopted.
Item number 10, authorizing the hiring of a photographer for the police department's 100th anniversary photographs.
Motion to adopt?
Motion.
Can I have a second?
Second.
Can I have an explanation?
Yes, sir. Again, this is our 100th anniversary. We are in the process of, we actually have 3 quotes from 3 different professional photographers. We haven't had professional photographs taken of the department units, officers, for well over a decade. So we would like to actually have these so that we could use them for professional print. We also would like to have them to obviously get to know the officers that are in the department. We will also be creating basically trading cards for the different units so that we can obviously use those during our community engagement, and we'll be able to hand them out and just kind of give more of the details of the department. So,
Thank you very much. Any questions or comments? With that, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The resolution is adopted.
Item number 11, authorizing the supervisor to enter into agreements with vendors for the town's 2024 Winterfest celebration.
Motion to adopt?
Motion.
Can I have a second?
Second.
Could I get an explanation?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Supervisor. This resolution allows us to move forward with contracts for our upcoming townwide Winterfest celebration, which is scheduled to take place here at Town Hall campus on February 10th, and will allow us to work with various vendors, including inflatable games for the kids, horse-drawn wagon rides, alpaca and husky meet and greets, and also some musical entertainment for that event.
Any questions or comments?
This will be one day before the Buffalo Bills play in the Super Bowl.
Exactly. This is the pregame to the big.
Love the optimism.
With that, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The solution is adopted.
Item number 12, authorizing the supervisor to attend training in New York.
Motion to adopt?
Motion.
Can I have a second?
Second.
So we belong to the Association of Towns. And last week we had the first part of the training, which was very helpful, very enlightening to newly elected officials. And I highly recommend that all members of the clerk and newly elected persons also participate on online training, et cetera. So this would be a meeting to do more training with other town supervisors across the state, as well as participate in the annual meeting where we get to adopt a resolution for new leadership in the Association of Towns. That'll lead the next iteration of town leaders in New York State. Any questions or comments? With that, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The resolution is adopted.
Item number 13, approving the revised 2024 organizational workshop and regular town board meeting schedule.
Motion to adopt?
Motion.
Can I have a second?
Second.
We have a change of schedule So instead of meeting on the Tuesday at 4, we're moving it to the Monday at 4. And that's to accommodate several of our board members have conflicts on the Tuesday. So this way we can meet and have a quorum for every meeting this year, pending any unforeseen circumstances. Any questions or comments? With that, all in favor say aye.
Aye. Aye.
All opposed? The motion is adopted. With that, this concludes the regular meeting of January 16th, 2024. Our next meeting is the workshop meeting on Monday, February 12th, 2024, at 4 p.m. here in the Broderick Room. Can I have a motion to adjourn?
Moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? The meeting is adjourned.